Good morning, everybody. We're finally on here. Let's see. It's only 6:12. I'm only 12 minutes late. We're gonna hear an echo. Hang on. There we go. Well, Scout's here with me. Thanks, Scout. You're a faithful friend. Um, let's see here. What do I want to say first here? Good morning to everybody in here. Captain Fandom Nerd. I haven't seen you in here yet before. If you want to leave us your name and maybe what part of the world you're from, whether it's a state or province or whatever it might be, let us know. I'm glad you're here. It looks like there's a whole lot of people in the chat, and super appreciative of that. Oh, I forgot. I had something for show and tell today. I forgot it. Maybe I'll go and get it here in a little bit if somebody will remind me. I see we got Woman Outdoors in here. We got Jesse. We got Scott. Uh, we got Devin from Our New Land. Haven't seen you in a while, Devin. Um, People are chatting about all kinds of great stuff in here. Hey, look, we got Zombie Prepper in here too. Good morning to you. Chuck, I see you in here. Let's see, we got Drunken Chef Barbecue in here. Good morning to you. Um, all right. Well, thanks for your patience, everybody. I put this up here. I have a question for those of you who are monetized and do live streams. I was having some troubles getting this video to be monetized. Every time I go live, since we've been monetized, it defaults to not being monetized. So that's kind of one thing. And then uh, when I do click it on to turn on the monetization, um, let's see. I'm going over to my other tab here. It says limited, uh, and I it says the video is being reviewed to determine whether it's suitable for most advertisers, and immediately it defaults to say it's not suitable, and then I have to submit a request for review. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I'm using the same thumbnail and that gives them a problem. I don't know. But I thought I would share that struggle with you. Maybe some of you know the reasoning for that. So, man, I got the mod father in here. He's doing a great job. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you, my friend. Um, e- Even if you do make fun of my sleepy head, I wasn't. I was as much as that seems logical that that's what I was doing, was just taking a snooze for a little while longer. Sorry, my neck is kinked. I'm not sure what's going on. Danielle says I need to go to the chiropractor. I don't want to. Maybe I need to. Um, but anyhow, I was not sleeping. was I was I was trying to get some stuff done, trying to figure some stuff out. Um, I was I was also working. So with that, thank you for your patience, everyone. Hey, look who we have here. We have Hog Deer 79. That's Cody. Cody's got a mega prayer request. Horrible drought we are in now, taking effect, and huge wildfires. Oh no! Sorry, burned over 5,000 acres, only 5% contained. Hey Cody, let's lift up your area in prayer right now. I really empathize with you. Not even sympathize, but I empathize with you. Back in April, I don't know if you guys remember, but we had a major wildfire over here, and it is super dry here again. But that fire got up to 10,000 acres, and it's not all the way out yet, but it's finally contained. They may have it out by now. But hey, let's all pray for that area of Texas over there where Cody is right now. Let's just take a second and pray right now. Father God, I just lift up the area that Cody lives in Texas. I pray that you would help the firefighters to get this fire out soon, Lord. I pray for rain to come to that area, Lord, and to all the areas where there's a lot of drought going on. It's so dry. I pray that you would give people your peace and your hope as they look at the sky and see smoke and wonder what the future will be, Lord. Um, I pray to use Cody at this time too. Help him to minister to neighbors and family and friends as they might be anxious to see what the future looks like, Lord. Thank you for him sharing this prayer request, and we pray that we'd remember to pray for his area and this fire as the day goes on. We praise you and thank you, and it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, Cody. I want to make sure we prayed right then and there. That's something I am all about. Um, I saw this guy pray the other day on some live stream, and I just loved it. So more we can pray, the better. I love praying together. It's I don't know if you guys experience this, but sometimes I'll watch a sermon or something, and I'll see people praying after the fact, and I wonder, should I pray with them right now? I do pray to answer that question when other people pray and they've already prayed, but when it's live, it feels more like we're praying all together. So, sorry for the notifications coming through. My mom's finding some properties that might be good ones for us to go check out. So that's a good thing. Um, um, because of music, huh, Gail? Gail's a pro. Everybody, you should check out Gail's Southern Living if you haven't already. Gail has connected me to so many great people, including her brother, Hog Deer 79. Um, so thank you for that, Gail. I don't know why I would say that when I don't have any music on at all. Um, I should be playing that music when I'm saying hang on for just a minute. I forget I can do that on StreamYard. I don't think I could do that on Melon, so I got out of the habit of it. Hey, there's Black's Tropical Homestead. Good morning, my soil family. Um, hey, I was just talking to Lioncrest, by the way, who I connected with, I think, on one of your live streams, Sherry. I could be wrong about that. But I'll tell you what, Lioncrest, I feel like him and I have more in common um, than I do with most people regarding soils and soil health. Um, Dude knows what's up about soil, and I'll tell you what, I just love it. I'll eat it up. I'll watch soil health, soil improvement videos all day, every day. I get very distracted when I see soil improvement videos coming up. Um, yeah, you bet, Cody. Absolutely. Hey, Mr. Boots and Bounty's on here. Good morning, Mr. Boots and Bounty. How many subscribers do you have right now, Steven? I know I was on your live stream yesterday, in the chat, and I don't even remember looking at what your numbers were. There's a few people that I would like to try to get up and over some milestones, so maybe we'll have a chance to do that this morning. I don't know. If you're close to 100 or 500, if you're within 10, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go and see where people are with their subscribers. But that's one of the priorities um, I have for these live streams. So, hey, there's Glenn and Jessica. Good morning. We got AZ Drone Dude in the house. We got Glenda from Grace and Fire here. We got Heather Lynn. Got over 90 degrees on Saturday. Yeah, it was 92 here yesterday, which is hot. I know it's Arizona. Everybody thinks Arizona should be 120 degrees all year round, but not up here in the mountains. It rarely gets over 100. Um, We're up at 5,500 feet. If you guys didn't know about that, so yeah, and where our fire was about 8,000 feet. So we got some elevation here. We got pine trees and all that. Um, yeah, I hear you, Heather. Danielle had to come in yesterday. Fortunately, she was wearing this. It's not a straw hat. It's a shade hat, but it's made out of, oh, what is it? No, I can't remember. Need more coffee, but she had to come in. She couldn't stay out there and plant yesterday. I know 92 and low humidity is nothing compared to what a lot of people have already, but we're not quite acclimated yet for that. 230 subs away from 500. That's awesome, Devin. Well, we'd like to get you up and over a milestone someday. So keep plugging away. It actually goes a lot faster than it seems when you're in the middle of it. Um, oh, nice. That's awesome, Scott. I hope that you haven't been getting hung up on certain subscriber number. I know it wasn't moving at all for you for a while. Um, so that's good to hear. Um, is that Joe Garden State Gardener? Um, there's a few Joes I know in our community, but that's the one I'm thinking of when you say Joe. Um, hey, thanks to our mods out there. I know we had the mod father in here. I'm sure Jesse's probably still around. He's probably modding for 5 channels at once. But thanks to Glenn and Jessica. Is it Glenn or Jessica that's there this morning? I don't know which one. I think usually it's Glenn. But thank you for putting up Devin's channel link. I really appreciate that. Hey, we got Chris and Larry in here. Sorry if I missed you, Chris. Um, it's good to know that you have water again. I'm sure a lot of people watched your video. In fact, a lot of people in the chat here, I saw a comment, and Danielle and I both watched that. You were at the Home Depot that's pretty close to us. I think that's the Home Depot you were at when you got that new tank. But anyway, uh, your well and everything, your pump and all that should be good for another 20 years, right? Hopefully. So I was really worried for you because we've looked at properties where over by Chris and Larry, whereas they got a little bit more land than we do here, and we'd be able to do a little bit more of. We really want to do rotational grazing and soil health improvement on a bigger piece of land using small ungulates. But we found a property up there and it was really low in price for the size house it was and the size land. And I said, what's up with this one? Let's see why. There's some weird houses out there. Let's see how weird this one is. And everything was normal. And I looked through all the photos and said, I don't get it. What's the deal? And I read in the description that they had their well had went dry. It wasn't some problem with their pump or their tank or anything. It went dry completely. They had spent 20 grand to get a new well drilled, a deeper well drilled, and came up dry. So they decided to put in, I think it was a 30,000 gallon underground tank and just have water trucked in and fill up that tank. And that's why it was so cheap. It was because you have to truck in water and fill up that tank. And I thought, man, if that's a problem over there in Chino Valley, I got to be real careful about which property we choose. And who knows, right? People could suck out all the water and then you're just left with nothing. But fortunately, Chris and Larry have a real deep well that's deeper than most of their neighbors, she said. And um, they got water. So that was great to hear, Chris. That was a fun video to watch. I don't think I left any comment or anything on the video, but um, it's good to watch. We got MB Heritage Farms in the house. Thank you for stopping in. And oh, look at this. Sherry's having Nightbot drop the weather report for Savannah, Georgia. I wanted to do that this morning for our area. We just got a new weather station at our house. Um, 81 degrees, winds blowing at 9, humidity is 73. Hey, you can keep that humidity, but the rest of that sounds pretty nice. Um, I love when it's like a 10-mile-an-hour wind. Um, see what the weather is for Prescott, just south of us here. Hey, we got Laura in here from Hedgehog's Homestead. Good morning, Laura. And oh, nice. 700 subs is coming up quick for Glenn and Jessica. 47. That'll go by. Well, actually, you know what? From between, I don't know, between 400 and 800, I think was the toughest stretch for us. Seemed like we were getting 50 and 50 were being taken away, and it just kept bouncing a whole bunch all through there. I think 400 to 500 felt like forever, and then I think it was 600 to 700 felt like forever too. Anyway, um, get there close. 38 away from 300. Oh, you still haven't gotten to 300, huh? We tried to get you to 300 last week. Hmm. I'm sorry to hear that, Steven. I thought you would have had a lot more by now. Um, all right, let's see what kind of weather reports we have here. Um, oh, I missed it. See, all these ones are popping up on top of each other. So coastal water. Good morning, coastal. Um, coastal water drop and Jennifer Anger. Good morning, Jennifer. Um, I saw you on somebody's live stream. Forget whose it was. They all kind of blend together after a while for me. But anyway, it's good to see you on there. So Coastal dropped the weather command, and then Mr. Boots dropped it, and then Chris dropped it, and then I dropped it all at the same time. It seems like, or all within a minute of each other. And this is the only weather report we got was for Greenville because Coastal was first. Hey, that sounds pretty good. A little bit windy for fishing over there, though. I don't know. Backlash isn't going to be too happy about the wind, I bet. But I like that when it's 15 miles an hour and below, it's nice. I say that because here in Arizona, the mountains of Arizona, especially in the spring, we have winds that are usually above 15 miles an hour. So anything below sounds pretty good. We got Devil Dog in the house. Good morning. 48 away from 700 subs. Hey, you and Glenn and Jessica are right about the same, I guess, huh? Hook a brother up, y'all. Yeah, lazy days ahead. Uh, they got some good plans for the 1,000 sub celebration. Which, speaking of, I'm gonna have to do something here soon. We just roasted a whole bunch of coffee for I think his channel is called Quill by Thomas, and anyway, we'll be shipping that out. I think today, shipping some coffee out. It'd be fun to send some of our coffee out. Um, got some coffee from Jesse, and I'm kind of rationing that. Cat's coffee is what it's called. Annette over there in Perth, Australia says, I've given up worrying about sub numbers. They fluctuate that much. My two channels are growing slowly, so I'm concentrating on putting out better content. That always helps, Annette. There's some other tips and tricks I've got for you guys. There is vidIQ. It's an app, website, and then there's also TubeBuddy. And both of those I use regularly to check my tags. There's some other things that they have going on too, and you can pay for premium features. However, the free versions are pretty good just to find out what kind of tags are helpful. Maybe I'll do a video on that sometime. There's so many different content ideas I've got, but um, I don't have that much time in the day. I should probably talk about what we've been up to this week, but it's so fun to see all these great, wonderful people in the chat, like my friend Tiny Tim Posey. Um, Good morning, Tiny Tim. Hope you're doing well over there. Um, and let's see here. Oh, we got a bunch of comments. I'm getting behind. Hey, Backlash is in here. Good morning, Backlash. All right. Um, let's see. Yeah, coffee time. Reminded me. I really don't like my coffee getting cold. So every time I remember, I'll take a few sips just so that I can enjoy the hot coffee still. People are saying hello to one another. Yes, yes, indeed. Coffee time. I missed a comment. I'm going to Jesse's house when he hits 1,000. When Jesse hits 1,000, he might go to everyone's house. I don't know. Probably get monetized and get so much money he'll be able to fill up his RV and go travel and see everyone. Hey, we got Zany May in here. Good morning, Arkansas Micro Farm. I don't know if I said good morning to you yet. Good morning to you. Yeah, Amanda at Bare Bones Living. Amanda was asking how old our quail were when they laid their first egg. That's one of our things I wanted to talk about this morning. So I'll talk about that. 29 watching, only 19 thumbs up. Oh, Wendy, you're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, we roast our own coffee over here. Um, I started making a video about that and never put it up. Rebecca Davis, good morning. Um, Backlash says if I'm out of town tonight as planned with work, I'll be live. If not, my next live will be Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wow, that's a long time, Backlash. 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. All right. Well, I'll try to catch it. Tonight, I probably won't be able to make it. We've got a softball game. But maybe, depending on the time. Jennifer says, ha, we cold brew coffee and I drink it on ice. If I want it hot, I'll throw it in a pot on the stove and mix in some magic mushroom powder or cacao. I don't know what magic mushroom powder is. What species of mushroom are we talking about? Because let's see, my Filipino family members gave us some instant coffee that had some type of mushroom in it. And it's supposed to be really good for your health, I guess. Has a little bit of flavor to it, but not bad. So maybe that's the same kind. I don't know. Tiny Tim is having Nightbot drop the weather from Marshall, Arkansas. Whoa, the chat just totally jumped. 73 degrees. Oh man, that sounds lovely. 73 degrees. Oh no, it doesn't. 8-mile-an-hour winds. I missed that last part. Humidity is 82%. You can keep it, Tim. I don't like humidity. Nope, I sweat way too much. All right, Devin. End of the year celebration. Woohoo! Another year of school's done. All right, my friend. Take care. Thanks for letting us know that you're heading out. Hope everything on your new land is going well. Yeah, Arkansas Micro Farm. Get outside. Oh yeah, I understand that before it's hot. In fact, I should probably get out there this morning right after this live stream and just go get it. Modfather, are you guys going to be astound today? Round? Scott? I don't know. Every day, Jesse and Lisa are astounding and amazing. We have a mega wild giveaway planned and already have a whole bunch of gifts lined up. It's gonna be ginormous. It'll be an appreciation live like no other for all our subs. Hope to see you there. Man, if that's not an advertisement to go subscribe to Lazy Days Ahead, I don't know what is. Well, if any of you aren't subscribed to Jesse and Lisa over there, I don't know what the holdup is. Um, have any other mods that want to drop Jesse and Lisa's channel, then that'd be great. Otherwise, Jesse, just type in AZ. Coffee roasting video would be perfect. All right, Jennifer. Well, here, let me just tell you real quick how the coffee roasting goes, because that's one of the things we've been up to this week. And I should have written them all down because we have a lot going on right now. Yesterday, I was kind of stressed out, to be honest. Just taking on too much good stuff, or really good stuff, so I can't complain. But our coffee roaster is basically like the size of a toaster oven, um, and it's kind of a glorified toaster oven. The heating elements that you find in a toaster oven, it has some of those, but they're large. They're like the width of, they're bigger than a finger width, I guess. They're probably 3/4 of an inch. No, yeah, maybe so. 3/4 of an inch, and I don't know how many there are. I think there's only two. But then there's a rotisserie cage in there, and then the it's got a digital panel, and you can punch in different parameters for different roast types, and then it roasts, and then it's got we had another one before, but it was having problems, and so we had to get rid of that one. But the old one I liked a little bit more. This new one has a safety feature, and I won't talk about my philosophy on safety and how you should be responsible for yourself. Um, although I like to, I'm tempted. But this one um, you have to go back at about 16 or 17 minutes into the roast, and you have to push yes, I want to continue the roast. Otherwise it ruins your coffee, and you just are left with beans that are half roasted and they're unusable. You can't re-roast them. Anyway, I'm a little bit upset that it's got that safety feature in there, but there's nothing I can do about it, except set a timer and go back. But I can tell you what, we've had probably a half dozen roasts that we've had to just throw in the compost, and those beans don't compost all that great. So it's a bummer. Anyway, yeah, I should do a video on it and show you guys exactly what it looks like and how the beans turn out and what they start like and all that. Um, oh, my mom's saying we should go see it. There's some property out there, so those of you who've been praying for us to find a property, it sounds like my mom might have found a winner. Might have to go check that out probably tomorrow. Let's see. Hey, Hugo Homestead's in here. Hey, Hugo Homestead, you got a new profile picture. It's no longer the chicken head. Well, I like it. I'm just looking back through the comments, trying to make sure I'm catching everybody in here. Backlash says, I have a fishing tournament June 11th, multi-species. Each fish is 1 point. If over 15 pounds, the fish will be 2 points. There will be a 2-rod limit, and it's a free places that you don't pay to fish. Is that right, Backlash? So, I think most of the places around here you can fish for free. You have to pay for your boat or parking fee sometimes, but you can fish for free as long as you have a license, I think. Yeah. California, you had to pay for a permit every time. It's like a $5, $7, $10 permit to fish every reservoir. I don't know what was up with that. I think they just knew they could make money, so they did. And then the Fish and Wildlife officer would come by and make sure you had a license and a permit. All right, I'm just going to cruise through comments. Try to get down here. Roast your own coffee at home, Jesse says. Amazon link. I don't know what that is. I can't click on it right now, but I'll have to go back and check it out later. Um, Ours is called the Be More 1600, if anybody's interested. But you don't have to buy anything fancy. I don't know what that is, Jesse, or how much it costs. But Backlash is back down a 10-foot hole. Talk to you later. All right, Backlash. We'll see you. The what was I saying? Oh, coffee roasting. So we started roasting. My first roast was in a cast iron pan on the stove. You don't need much, and you can buy green coffee beans, so unroasted coffee beans, raw, dry coffee beans, at a lot of places that roast coffee. So, and they a lot of times they won't advertise because most people want their coffee roasted. They don't have a roaster, so if you have a coffee roaster nearby, you might want to just ask them, "Hey, can I get a half pound of green coffee beans that aren't roasted yet? How much would you sell them to me for?" And often they'll sell it to you. They may sell it to you for the same price as roasted coffee, which is a ripoff, in my opinion. They didn't do any of the work; they just got you some beans. But it's kind of fun to try roasting your own coffee. You really only need a wooden spoon and a cast iron skillet, and then you can just stir them up and make sure you don't burn them. Just roast them. It's kind of like marshmallows, really, but then they crack. They crack. There's a first crack and there's a second crack, and the first crack is kind of letting you know that the second crack's coming somewhat soon, but you just have to keep it. I'd say like medium, maybe depending on your flame or your heat, um, medium low, maybe medium high, depending on your burner and your pan. But it's not hard. It's not hard to roast coffee at all, and it's super fun and it's very rewarding, and you can do a light roast or you can do a dark roast. Dark roast is farther after the second crack, and light roast is usually right at second crack, or soon thereafter. Yeah, Chris and Larry, I haven't ever roasted chestnuts before. I'd like to. All right, Jennifer. All right. Make the video. Quick, give away the secrets of coffee roasting. Well, it's the okay. Jesse says the one on Amazon I'm looking at between 85 and $120. Yeah, you don't need that. I'd say try it before you buy one of those contraptions, because those ones aren't that great. The one that we have is $400 to $500, I think, and it's good. It roasts coffee really well. But hey, good morning, Dandy Days Homestead. Glad you're in here. Um, but yeah, coffee roasting is fun. It's I enjoy it, and um, there's actually something called, I wanted to say it's called Jiffy Pop, but that's not right because that's that popcorn in a aluminum foil thing that you shake and then pops up, right? But this is what is it called? It's aluminum pot, which I don't recommend cooking with aluminum. We'll talk about that some other time. But it's got this crank on top to cook popcorn, to pop popcorn, but it has 3 or 4 blades inside, and it keeps the popcorn kernels moving, and that works good for roasting coffee too. We bought one of those just to try, and then we probably gave it to Goodwill or something after that. But um, for those of you that drink coffee, I highly recommend it because it's fun to experiment with different roasts, because the dark roast, a lot of people know, like Starbucks has really dark roasted coffee and it almost tastes like you're drinking charcoal soup or something. Um, and some people really like that. That's why Starbucks has been so popular. But that's not really how coffee should taste, in my opinion. A lot of people like that dark French roast, and that's fine. If you like that, that's great. But it's fun to get a certain type of coffee. There's coffees from all over the world. It's amazing. The stuff from South America is different than Central America, is different than Africa, is different than like Indonesia. So it's fun to get those different types of coffees and then roast them at different levels and see. And a lot of times they recommend certain bean from a certain region. It gets a certain level of roast. And so it's fun to start there and go, okay, now I know what they recommend. Let me try that just a little bit lighter. Let me try that just a little bit darker. And then you find, hey, I don't like it at medium. I like it pretty light, or I like it a little bit darker. And go from there. It's fun to kind of experiment with that. But anyway, that's something that we know a lot about over here. I'll stop now, Jennifer. I'll quit giving away the coffee roasting secrets. Um, that's what it is, whirly pop. Yeah, yeah, just do it, Jennifer. Yeah, get some green beans. You can order them online too. Usually, ordering a bigger quantity is better. But there's like anything that you order online, there's kind of that limit of um, effectiveness, I guess. If you buy a big quantity, it costs a lot to ship. But then if you buy a huge quantity, um, it's less per pound. So that's what we do. We buy 60 pounds at a time. And then we have a whole lot of one type of bean. So, yeah, that was it. The Whirly Pop. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. Um, yeah. Get yourself Whirly Pop, stove top popcorn popper. Throw some green coffee beans in there and roast them up. You can't roast a light roast coffee that's already been roasted. Like I said, if it starts getting roasted and you stop partway through, you can't heat those beans up and get them. They won't be right. You might get them to taste sort of okay, but we've tried it and it's just not worth it. It's worth just throwing them out and starting over again because it ain't right. I'll just leave it at that. All right, that's way more. Oh man, the world, the Whirly Pop Coffee Challenge. Yeah, do it. Get. I don't have a Whirly Pop anymore. I'm too lazy. I have my automated, whatever, digital panel Be More 1600 that we use. We're spoiled. Um, I'm not picking up unroasted beans in our area, Chris. I get them shipped. Yeah, it's hard to find sometimes for a good price. I'll tell you that much. It's fun to try it out and see if it's something you might want to do, but it's a lot more labor than just going to the store and buying roasted coffee. Well, I'll tell you what, fresh roasted coffee, I don't care what type of coffee it is and what kind of roast level it is. It's always way better than anything you usually buy on the shelf unless you're buying directly from a coffee roaster, somebody who's roasting every week, and then you buy their stuff that was roasted that week or the week before. After 2 weeks, the coffee starts going stale, and I'd say 99.9% of the people out there that drink coffee have no idea how stale their coffee is. And you can call me a coffee snob. Go ahead, that's fine. But it's uh, it's one of those things that once you know, you know. It's like eating, your organic veggies out of your own garden. You guys all know how that is. You eat your own awesome heirloom organic tomato out of your garden compared to something at the store that was picked when it was green and shipped who knows from where and has no flavor and just tastes like garbage. So anyway, a little bit snobby over here, but that's because we know and can't unknow what we know. Okay, say what? 5 times fast double dog? I don't know what I said. Um, anyway, um, just waking up this morning, did too much in the heat. Yeah. Uh, so um, I know exactly what you're talking about, Chris. My allergies are kind of crazy. The tree pollen seems like it's let up, but the grass pollen started over here. Um, and the heat. Yeah, Amanda, I could let you know. Maybe I'll send you a message through Instagram later to let you know where we get them from. It's called Green something, I think. I don't know. Danielle does most of our bean, uh, green coffee bean shopping. So there it is. Yep. I don't recommend cooking in aluminum any more than you really have to. We avoid cooking in aluminum foil too. It's kind of controversial. It's kind of like we wear tinfoil hats, but just look up aluminum cooking risk or something like that. You'll find what we have found. Anyway, so Chris and Larry said, well, I'll throw up the StreamYard link if anybody wants to come up on panel. This is a family-friendly show, so keep that in mind. But Mr. Boots, I think you're probably at work. Jesse, we've got some other people that have been on here before. But if you want to come up on panel, there you go. Hey, Grafted Branch Homestead. How are you doing, Matt? Hope everything's well over there in New Mexico. But yeah, the StreamYard link's in the chat. So feel free to come up. But I'll just update you on what's been going on this week over here at the Arizona Highland Homestead, or AZ Highland Homestead. I say it both ways. Somebody was asking me yesterday on a live stream how to say it, and you can say it either way. Thanks for getting Matt's link up there, Jesse. And thanks for saying hello to Matt, Chris, and Chuck. So Saturday was my son Noah's 15th birthday, and we went out for a 30-mile bike ride, if you remember me talking about that last Thursday. And we did the Prescott Circle Trail, which goes 56 miles around the city of Prescott. And it goes through the national forest and goes pretty high up in the mountains. And it was warm. It was warmer on, thanks, Chris. Yeah, he had a really good birthday, actually. Yeah, it's so good to have you here, Matt. Thanks. And there were 10 of us that started out riding together, and we started from the dog park on Willow Creek Road in Prescott, and we rode to White Park Campground in the National Forest on Highway 89. And yeah, it was a significant ride. Almost right away, you climb up pretty high. I think we climbed up 1,000 feet in 3 or 4 miles. So it's significant climbing, and then it was really hot. We started at 7 a.m. and by 9 a.m. I think it was already 80 degrees. So I melted. I don't do well in the heat. I sweat a lot, and you found a hot spot too, Backlash, huh? You're down in that hole working. I miss Callie King coming in here. Thanks for putting up the link, Jesse. Good morning, Callie King. I believe Callie King's in Sacramento, California. Hey, we got Jennifer coming on up. Missing some comments, a lot of comments all at once. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
Morning. I'm doing good.
You got the Whirly Pop there with you.
I got the Whirly Pop, and I just had to hop on to say they have an aluminum one, but they also have the stainless steel version.
Oh, you got the premium version.
So yeah, I'll be roasting some coffee because we're coffee now.
Yeah. Well, I also like the things you have hanging on the wall there. You got a guitar, and you got some hats on the wall.
Got some hats and a washboard and a guitar. Oh my gosh, I am not used to this.
Everything's backwards, right?
Everything's backwards and upside. It's like looking through a telescope.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I didn't know that they had a steel one. That is amazing. I highly recommend getting the steel one.
yeah. Definitely get the stainless steel one.
All right. Do you know a place where you can go and get those green coffee beans nearby?
I don't. I mean, I'll have to look around. We do have some coffee shops, and but there's a really nice one that we go to up in Missouri, in Nixa, Missouri. They'll probably have some. So,
Yeah.
but I'm sure I can find some down here in Arkansas.
Yeah. Anywhere that is a coffee shop that also has a coffee roaster, you can usually get them to give you a little bit of coffee and charge you a small amount. But like I said, sometimes they'll charge you a full price for it, and it's kind of weird. Just beware for the awkward
Yeah.
the awkwardness of
What?
trying to buy it before it's roasted because they're not used to that.
Yeah. I
But it's
know. I'm
fun.
the one who said stop talking about coffee, and here I am talking about coffee.
Yeah, I understand. I If you get me talking about coffee and soil health, I can't talk about much else. But yeah, so I was talking about our mountain bike ride that we did this weekend for my son's 15th birthday. What did you guys do this past weekend?
Well, we worked on the chick corral again, and that video just came up. So it was a lot of chicken wire and a lot of scrapes and scratches and bleeding.
Yep.
I hate chicken wire so much.
Isn't
Like,
it a pain?
so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we did.
I know. It always seems like it's bending in the opposite direction of the one you want it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a problem, but you know what? Once you get a lot of it done, seems at least for me that I haven't had to work with it in quite a while because it's kind of stayed put where we wanted it to go, um, and now we haven't had to work with it for a while. But um, we did work with hardware cloth recently, and what happened? I had it slip and it went under my cuticle of my thumbnail.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not good.
oh.
Uh, I remember, yeah, biting my lip for I think 5 minutes trying to get it to stop bleeding, and it was painful. But it's one of those things where it just slipped and went right in the wrong spot. And hardware cloth is not fun to get it inside your body. So
No, no.
yeah, so I feel your pain. I know how that goes, but that's fun with the chicks. Let's see, your daughter was the one who was always in with the chickens. Is she still enamored with those chickens?
She does. She does. I'll be like, "Where's Ember?" She's outside with the chickens. Yeah, she still runs outside without asking, and she's only 5, and it's not safe. And so I have to do something about this.
Yep. But what a childhood memory for her to have, of growing up with chickens. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome. You're doing it right, Jennifer.
Well, thank you very much. Just wanted to show you guys my stainless steel whirly pop.
I love it. Yeah, I had no idea. Thank you for showing us that.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, Jennifer Anger. So, yeah, that was great having Jennifer up there. Thanks for joining us, Jennifer. Um, so, I'm trying to read back through the chat here, but I should really just stay on topic because I was talking about this weekend us having. Yeah, yeah, you're welcome, Jennifer. That was great having you up there, and I had no idea about a stainless steel whirly pop. That is the premium version, and I highly recommend it over the aluminum version. Um, and great way to roast coffee. It's a little bit less consistent than some other methods that you could do. Some of the beans roast a little bit faster than others in there, but like anything, the more you practice at it, the more you realize how you can improve. So we did that bike ride. My son Noah, he is on a bike that was just given to him for his birthday. It's really lightweight, but it's has no suspension. It's all rigid bike, front and rear, and so no suspension anywhere. But it's a really lightweight bike. It's only one gear, so he was standing up and climbing those hills, and he did have to walk just a bit, but tell you what, that boy is strong. And he's definitely becoming a man at 15. That's for sure. Can't deny it. And then my 12-year-old Caleb, he he was riding with me. He's got gears and he's got front suspension on his bike, and it was warm, and he did not complain, and he was stronger than his dad, and did not melt. So my boys are becoming pretty strong cyclists, to say the least. Um, so that was fun. As a dad, it is it's pretty awesome to see your sons becoming strong young men. So we did that on Saturday, and threw kind of a birthday party afterwards, and had a bunch of Mexican food, and that was pretty good. Then on Tuesday, we had our first quail egg that was laid. The quail are 6 weeks old now, and they turned 6 weeks on Monday. They hatched out on a Monday, and so they're 6 weeks old. Um, yeah, Jennifer, it's no joke. Mm, yeah, he's pretty ambitious, but he really likes climbing more than descending. He's a rare breed. Um, most people just climb so they can go down the hill, have it be like a roller coaster. Um, kids' bikes still haven't replaced ours that were stolen back in the city in California. Yeah, remind me where you're from in California, Jennifer. I know that I heard where you're from before, but I can't remember. Was it Northern California? I just can't remember. I'm sorry. But yeah, we've got a whole bunch of bikes, um, and I'd love to let you borrow one if you live down the street. But yeah, get some bikes. It's great exercise. I'll tell you what. It's really good cardio for your heart, and yeah, it's fun. Nothing like riding a bike. So yeah, they did real well. We got our first. Here's our mentor, Grafted Branch Homestead, to the quail journey. Um, Matt over there at Grafted Branch he's doing amazing stuff with the small property that they have. You really do owe it to yourself to go check out what they're doing. It's got lots of great ideas and lots of do-it-yourself stuff that I'm quite impressed by. So anyway, all right, Matt. Yeah, I see your message here. Very limited time today, dropping out of chat, but listening in my ear. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get that bike and bring it on over, man. We'll go for a ride. Love that. Um, anyway, we got one quail egg on Tuesday, and then we got another one yesterday. So we got two quail eggs, and they're a little bit smaller than the eggs that we incubated. So I'm thinking that they're probably going to be bigger eggs um, after these first ones. That's how our chickens were too. So I would expect that the next eggs we get out of those hens that laid the first two eggs will be bigger. We have 9 hens total, so hopefully we'll get about 7 or 8 eggs a day, maybe eventually. I don't know. The jumbo. So these are the JMF jumbo brown Turnix quail. I've heard that the jumbos don't lay quite as frequently. So, all right, Devil Dog. Yeah, we'll see you. Go get some sleep. Thanks for letting us know. Central California and the Bay Area. Yep. All right, Jennifer. Yeah, I thought it was somewhere around there. We have friends in Fresno and Sacramento and um, Chin, Chico, California, and up in Arcata as well. But Yeah. All right, Backlash. Yep. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate when you guys let me know that you're headed out. Um, and let's see. You can, Jesse. You can bring your electric bike. We have all the trails in the city of Prescott are legal to ride electric bikes, and I have quite a few friends that have electric bikes. There's a really good trail called the Peavine Trail that is the old railroad grade, and it goes through the big granite rocks over by Watson Lake, and it is just spectacular. It is a very, very scenic ride, and it's railroad grade, so it's not super steep, but I ride with a lot of guys that have e-bikes on that trail every week on Wednesday mornings. All right. Um, I didn't see this comment that Steven was replying to from MB Heritage Farms. That is awesome. We understand how that goes. So glad you have connected again. Double check mine as well. So that comment reminds me to remind all of you, when you see a link come up like this and you go, "Oh yeah, Mr. Boots and Bounty, I'm subscribed to them." Just go click the link and double check, and then come on back, because I've checked sometimes and I've thought, "Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to Grafted Branch Homestead. Huh? I don't think they've posted in a while. Well, oh well." And I go, "Well, let's go check their channel out and see when their last video was." And then I see, wow, I am not subscribed to them anymore. I know I was subscribed to them. I've commented on their videos and I've been subscribed for many months, but I'm not subscribed anymore. What happened there? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes your subscription to different channels that you really like have just dropped off. So doesn't hurt to just go and check. It takes just a couple seconds. So I don't mind you leaving our live stream to go check, make sure people are um, people that you've connected with that you're still connected to. So, um, what part of Southern California were you born in, Rebecca? I don't have to say the exact area, but um, yeah, I grew up in San Diego County, uh, the north part of the county. So just around the block, Jesse. Oh, come on. Well, you can go twice around the block. Amanda says furthest I've ridden is a little over 10 miles. That's not a bad ride. That's pretty good distance there, Amanda. Um, I was just unsubbed from Woman Outdoors just the other day. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. So thanks for making my point there, Amanda. Down by Los Angeles. Yeah, that's where a lot of people I know were born actually. Um, yeah, I feel the same way. MB Heritage Farms. Mr. Boots and Bounty is a great supporter of so many people. Uh, there's Amanda at Bare Bones Living's channel link. Thanks to Chuck. Um, I talk more about what we've been up to this week, but one of my goals is to encourage people to ride just a little bit farther than they have before, or to ride a little bit more often than they have recently. So if the farthest you've ever gone on a bike is around the block, Jesse, I think you're joking with me because I know you. But um, I see Jesse's next comment already. But what I'd say is try to ride around the block twice. See if you can do it. Or when's the last time that you rode around the block? Was it yesterday? How many days in a row can you ride one time around the block? Um, it's a thing I'm very serious about. It doesn't take much to get a lot more healthy by just riding your bike just a tiny bit more or a tiny bit more frequently. Um, yeah, it's something I'm a huge proponent of is riding your bike more, and um, I need to walk that walk because this winter has been a challenge for me. I just wasn't able to get out as much, and I connected to a lot of you this winter, and not making excuses, but quite honestly, I was very interested in getting to know many of you, and it's difficult for me to keep up with all of your videos and to stay on live streams and things like that. But it's so rewarding. It's so much fun to get to know people, and so I haven't been riding my bike nearly as much as I'd like to. I did a 30-mile ride with my sons this weekend, though, so that's not too bad. And then I did another 10 miles on Tuesday. I didn't ride on Wednesday, but I'm hoping to ride tomorrow. So the frequency is really good. If you can just ride for 5 or 10 minutes, you'll find it makes a big improvement in your physical health and your mental health, and often in your spiritual health, which seems very strange, but it sure can. I I challenge you to try it and see what you think. Oh my goodness, Heather Lynn, how do you know how to get me to show your show your comment? This is this is exactly what I like to hear. Once the CSA share starts in June, I will start riding my bike. I don't have a car to the farm to pick up the share, which is 3 miles from here. That is a perfect ride. That is perfect. I love that. I love that so much. It's that is where bicycles really shine, especially if you can ride through neighborhoods and off busy streets. And um, just be careful out there. Remember that you're a ghost when you're on a bike. Nobody can see you, and you have to be careful. Often I fall into the temptation to keep my momentum going instead of being extra cautious. So a lot of times I'll think, oh, that car sees me. They've got the stop sign and I have the right of way here. There's no stop sign for me. I can keep going at this intersection and I don't want to slow down. In fact, I want to speed up and keep going because it's a slight downhill. I need to keep my speed up. There's a big hill coming. And then that car pulls out in front of me. So be careful. That's how most bicycle accidents happen, by the way, just in case you didn't know. The front of the bicycle hits the car, and it's not the bicycle's fault. It's the car's fault. Usually they turn right in front of bicycles, thinking bicycles are going slower than they are, or they pull out in front of a bicycle when a bicycle's coming and they didn't see the bicycle. A lot of times people are riding on the sidewalk, sometimes going the other way, that where cars aren't expecting. They're only looking for cars or other cars. So pay attention too when you're a driver and see if you're ever looking for a bicycle. I guarantee you, because I'm a cyclist. I try to stay off the road as much as possible. Um, if there's a dirt trail to get where I need to go, I'm riding the dirt. But pay attention when you're a driver and see if you ever think about looking for a bicycle when you pull out of a driveway, when you pull out onto a main road, or anything like that. I can almost guarantee that you're hardly ever looking for a bicycle. You're almost always looking for a car. Goodness, I've got a guest.
Hardly
Hey,
ever.
Amanda, how are you?
Hey, I'm just I'm muting my YouTube. There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Well, you've ridden 10 miles on a bicycle.
Well, yeah, we have like community trails around. We have lots of forest preserves around us and stuff like that. And we have one called Waterfall Glen. That's where Argonne is. That's like a national laboratory.
Wait, what's it called?
Argonne. They do, I don't know, it's some kind of chemistry national laboratory thing, but they have like a whole forest preserve there, and their biggest trail is just over 10 miles. But I used to also ride from my house to the train station and then take the train down to the city and then take a divvy from the train station to my work. And that
Oh, I
was
love it.
like, I think it was 7 miles from my house to the Metro. And then it was 3 miles from the Metro to my hospital.
And was that in Chicago?
Yeah. Yeah. And like Chicago has like the divvy bike system where it's,
Okay.
you know, like public rentals. So I would ride my personal bike from my house to the Metro station, lock up my personal bike, and then ride the Metro, and then get the public bike. And then there was a docking station right at my hospital, so I could just drop it off there, and I wouldn't have to pay for like they had like their own like closed off bike storage, but you had to pay for that. So I just did like the public thing. But
That's
it is
fantastic.
definitely a different beast than riding in the nature trails.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've never been so cautious in my life as when I am a bike rider. I had all sorts of reflective, because I would be doing this at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I did it year round. I did it in the winter too. I was riding in like our snow and sleet and all this other kind of stuff. So I had all this reflective gear. I had a helmet with a light on the top of my head, and like I put mirrors on my bike so that like I could see behind me and stuff. And Chicago's actually really pretty bike friendly. Most of the neighborhoods are pretty bike friendly, and they have like those bike lanes. That was really nice, but still terrifying.
Yeah. Well, with the way I watch people drive, whether they're, you know, answering text messages while they drive or whatever
I
they're
got the
doing.
baby. Hold on.
Yep. I hear you. It's understandable why you put on your helmet and reflective stuff and all that, because yeah.
Well, and it's the same with motorcycle riders. They don't see motorcycle riders either. And
That's
my
correct.
family rides motorcycles as well. So I've been run off the road on a motorcycle.
Oh, wow.
And you would think that people would hear motorcycles, but they don't. They just don't pay attention. It's scary. So we don't ride in the city anymore. We wait until we go out into the country to ride motorcycles, because it's just too dangerous.
Yeah. I know what you mean for sure. Matt at Grafted Branch is asking any starter mountain bike suggestions. So was it you that was saying that you need to get bikes again? Or no, that was Jennifer.
Yeah, no, I have bikes, but I haven't ridden since my oldest was a baby. Like I got like the baby carrier and stuff like that, and he's about to be 5. So I really miss it, because like you said, it's really peaceful and spiritual and things like that. And I loved it, and it's really great exercise. Like when I started, I even did the bike riding when I was pregnant.
Oh, nice.
And
yeah, you're more ambitious than most ladies, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, I worked up until I delivered all my kids, and I tried to stay as active as possible. But I don't remember what I was going to say. Never mind. I got distracted.
I had to go and look at the Argonne laboratory. So they've got a trail that goes all the way around. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the trail, and it looks like they have a few different trailheads and stuff like that. And they've got like
they got some smaller ones, and then the longest one that I know of is just around 10 miles.
Okay. It looks like they've got a waterfall, and they've got a campground there and all kinds of cool stuff. But it's all forested, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's really nice. You wouldn't think that there's like a laboratory back there.
Yeah, it's pretty close to the river, and anyway, it's not too far outside of Chicago either. That's cool. That's great to hear. Well, for Matt, starter mountain bike suggestions. To be honest, we always buy our bikes used. I've purchased new bikes before, but do you have something to say about the bike, Scout? Scout has been on.
How does your dog do around bikes? All of my dogs have always hated everything with wheels. It doesn't have to be moving. If it has a wheel on it, I must kill it.
He's a herding. We think he's part cattle dog and part Catahoula leopard dog, but I took him on my bike at an early age when he was probably 4 months old, and he's really good riding with me. I don't know about other bikes. We've had him on the trail, and he's very defensive, thinking that wherever we are is our space. And so if you're on a bike or horseback or it's another dog or other people, he tells them, "You're entering our space.
They're mine." Yeah. Stay back.
So I'm not exactly sure. We try to keep him leashed and keep him away from other trail users, just because we know he's going to be defensive. But yeah, we buy used bikes all the time, Matt, and I think you can get a lot more value for getting a used bike. But send me a message and let me know what you're looking at and how much you're looking to spend, and I'll steer you the way I would go. Is what I would say. There's lots of good bikes. I'd stay away from full suspension bikes. A lot of people say I probably need full suspension because then I'll be more comfortable, but it's not always the case. So
I think I got like a dual purpose bike. It's like you can do it for mountain biking and street biking.
Yeah, actually,
and I love it.
You can. I recommend to people if you want to get two bikes, like a road bike and a mountain bike, I'd recommend getting more of something you can use for both, and you could even get two separate sets of wheels that you can switch pretty quickly and have real fast moving tires for the road and real grippy tires for the trails. So yeah, it's fun. I like setting people up on bikes. I worked at a bike shop for a little over a year, so I have an old Diamondback. Yeah, you should fix that bike up, Matt, and just use what you have. Let me know what you need help with, and I can send you YouTube videos or tips or whatever. I have fixed up a lot of bikes and have taught my sons how to build up bikes from the frame up. I think they've each built up at least 3 bikes each themselves from the ground up. So
wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, we know how to do it all, and some stuff's worth taking to a shop to have them do it. But most stuff is pretty simple on a bike. So it's just a matter of taking the time to figure it out, and it pays off in the long run because you will probably have to do it again if you plan to ride a bike for many decades. So, oh yeah, Heather says her bike is a hybrid bike that she's going to be riding to the CSA.
Yeah.
That's a great bike for riding around town or taking a trail. Sounds like similar to what you might have, Amanda.
Yeah. All right. Well, I gotta go feed the little one.
I hear you. Thanks for coming on. All right. Bye, Amanda. Heather says, my bike is the bike my parents gave me for my high school graduation in 2001. Yeah, I got a bike in 2001 as well when I went off to school. And that was the gateway drug for me getting into bikes. Yeah, no bikes allowed on Mackinac Island, huh? That is probably the safest place. There's other dangers of going places where there's no cars, but it's a different talk. Oh, the bike build video. I should. Those are really popular videos, actually. I should probably do something like that. But anyway, 16 people in here. So thanks for staying with us. So what else did we do this week? Danielle put in a ton of tomatoes. So we grew up a lot of tomatoes from seed, and then we upped them from 6 packs to meaning her, she upped them into 4-inch pots from the 6 packs, and then just recently just the last few days she put them into our garden. So there's a whole row of tomatoes that we were saving that row for them. But we need to put in a cattle panel with 3 T-posts for the trellis. And yeah, that's a great bike, Heather. It's a great bike for all sorts of things. If you're gonna just have one bike, that one will do a lot of things for you. Very utilitarian. So it's a good bike to use for what you're using it for sure. So we've got our tomatoes in. Danielle also put in more of our peppers and eggplants, and I'm going to be shooting the May 2022 garden tour video next week. So stay tuned for that. I know our garden tour videos are some of our most popular videos out there. People love seeing our garden and what state it's in. And to be honest, it's one of the best things I've done on this channel for ourselves, because we get to see what our garden looked like last April and what it looked like this April and what it will look like when we look back next year. So Matt says, I learn a lot from you, from your garden. Excited to see it. I have straw mulch everywhere this year. Hope it helps. It will help for sure, Matt. I guarantee it. In the Southwest here, any kind of mulch helps, but straw mulch works well. Beware that you're probably going to get some wheat seeds that germinate, so you can weed those out, or you can leave them and let them kind of be a cover crop of sorts for you. It works well as a cover crop. You can chop it and drop it, and or you can chop it, put it in compost. You could chop it, feed it to quail or chickens or both. And Heather says, the first year I had it, her bike, it was very handy because I finally had the funds to redo the main road that my parents' small street is off. Oh yeah, new street. You appreciate those in the car, but on the bike even more so. I am growing wheat. Yeah, if you put down straw and you get some moisture, you're going to be growing some wheat too. But it's pretty easy to weed out the wheat if you need to. But it's also it also can be beneficial. So yes, you can. You can take that. Yeah, lots of people ride those lowrider Schwinn bikes with the original banana seats. We were talking about those just the other week, how so many of the retired guys in our community that I ride with wish that they still had their old Schwinn. Those are great bikes. Maybe not as efficient as some that you could buy, but they're sure fun. They're great. I mean, I like any bike. It's hard to tell me that a certain bike's not good. Nice. That's awesome, Heather. So got they are good for parades. They're I don't want to say parades only though, Jesse. They're great for just cruising, just having a good time. I'll be on here for maybe another half hour or so. I need to get out there and do some stuff in the yard, but I sure love talking to y'all. It's been a busy week, and it's one of my favorite times of the week, chatting to my friends. So put the StreamYard link up there again if anybody wants to come up. If not, no worries, but I figure give you the opportunity. So StreamYard link is there. If anybody would like to come up, go ahead. I'll just keep talking about what we've been doing this week. So we got the tomatoes in there. Let's see, we've got tons and tons of sunflowers growing. Lots of different varieties. Lots of them were just volunteers, and you'll see we'll have a sunflower forest again this year. We had a small one last year, but this one's going to be huge because all those sunflowers. I thought all the goldfinches got all of our sunflower seeds off of our sunflowers last year, but no, there's quite a few that made it to the ground and germinated and are growing up. Thanks, Matt. I look forward to it too, and it's good because all of you are here. Yeah, thanks, Danny. I have our banner as a picture of a sunflower with a bumblebee cruising around it. It was a picture I just happened to grab real quick. Hadn't really planned for it, but the American flag is flying in the background off of our porch, and it's just a. That's what I think of when I think of our homestead is the pollinators, and those sunflowers grow some really deep roots so that they can stay up there, and we cut them at ground level. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the no dig or no till method. So we, instead of pulling the plant out like you would a weed, we just cut them off at the ground level when they're done, usually, and then we leave the roots there to rot and become part of the organic matter in the soil. And that has improved our land so much. I can't tell you how much it's improved it. It's fantastic, especially when you convert it over from the native plants. Nothing against native plants. In fact, some are really beneficial, and some of them are really worth letting grow and leaving in there. But there's other plants that you can plant that can specifically improve your soil health, like daikon radish, for instance. They got big taproot that will break through a whole bunch of different types of impervious soils or hard soils, and it will really, really benefit your land. And then yeah, killing grass is hard, Jennifer. Yeah, Matt, dandelion taproots are great, and dandelion, man, there's so much that you can use dandelion for. But really, it's like a volunteer lettuce that you could eat, but you could also feed it to your chickens and quail, and that's one of the things that we're really trying to work towards is growing our own fodder for our animals. And Scout, who has left, Danielle let him outside with our other dog, Kata, but he thinks he's a chicken or a cow or something. He's always grazing that grass, and if the chickens are out and they're not in the tractor and they're just grazing around, he'll keep them off of the best grass. He'll give them kind of the eye. He never is really aggressive towards them, but he'll give them the eye, and he'll block his grass that he likes and keep them away from it. And he never has thrown up from eating grass, which I don't know how that's possible, because Kata does, and other dogs actually eat grass to throw up. I've seen it happen time and time again, but he just grazes. So I don't know. It's got to be good for him. But oh, this is great. I gotta go see that. That's awesome, Danny. I'm gonna go check that out. We got a character coming up here. Watering an 8x10 square of chicken corn right now. What is chicken corn? I know you've told me about this before, Matt. Jesse, what's chicken corn?
Chicken corn? That's that corn that the chickens eat.
I can't say you're wrong. I'm sure you're right.
I guess it's the only corn that they can digest.
So when I type in chicken corn into a search engine, I get chicken corn chowder.
I'm just here to enjoy a cup of Joe with you.
Yeah, that's right. Here.
I know you're drinking coffee.
Happy Thursday to you, Jesse.
Yep.
Mexican street corn chicken. That sounds great.
No, that's something I'd eat.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yep. Especially if you get it out there in Arizona, Prescott, right there off the street.
Yeah, Danielle made some really good chicken the other night.
Now you said she planted a whole bunch of tomatoes. Did you get that on video?
No, sir.
Touch him, Lord. Touch him.
No, but I mean, you will see it in our May update video, for sure. The garden tour for May, but she's always working out there, Jesse. I can't film everything.
I mean, you showing us that is like you going to a bike tournament or a bike race or whatever they call them event, and stand there at the starting gate, and you get the video saying, "Hey, we're fixing to do this ride," and then you go off. And then you come back in a second later and say, "Hey, we just finished the race. You're at the top of the mountain." What happened to everything in between?
I know. I'm not great about covering all of the great events of life. That's for sure.
Every book's got a front, a back, and everything in between. We just get the front and the back with you.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, you get all these pieces that I used to read a story. Yeah.
That's how I used to read my stories to my son. I used to say, I opened up the book and it'd say, "Once upon a time, there was this guy named Joe, and he was like trying to go to sleep, and then he went to the farm and he did this." The end. Wow, wasn't that a great story?
That's great. I love it.
What happened to it? Well, son, he just went to the farm. That's all he did. Oh my goodness, because I hated to read to him. It was just terrible. You can only read so many Dr. Seuss books.
Hey Jesse, are you subscribed to Homestead Where You Are, Janet over there?
I should be.
Hey Janet,
hello.
type in AZ, and
you mean drop her link?
Sure. You know what? She's really close to
Let me check. I can check real quick if I am or not. Man, I got so many channels.
Homestead Where You Are.
That's Janet, right?
Yep. And Janet, if you type in AZ just like I did, Nightbot will drop your channel link, and we can get other people to subscribe to you. Oh, there, Jesse. Jesse put it there. I'll pin it.
Yes, I am subscribed.
Excellent. On her live stream yesterday, I told her that we would try to get her up and over 500 best we could. So let me see if I can pin this to the top.
Well, I know it's Homestead Where You Are, but you need to subscribe wherever you are.
There you go. I love it. So let's see here. Did I pin the right one? Yes, I did.
Yep. She's at 473. We need to get her to 500 so she can get her community tab.
That's right. 473. So yesterday she was at 460, and she said she couldn't get up and over 460. She was just stuck there. So 475. Can we get her up to at least 480? We've got
17. You have 30 in the chat. You have 30 in the chat.
What's that?
You have 30 in the chat. That's all she needs to get her 500.
We have 30 in the chat. I see 17.
Oh, is it? Or is it? Maybe I was looking at something else. Oh, no, you have 30 likes. 17 in the chat.
Well, that's good. At least I got more likes than I got people in the chat. Often
that's because they come and like you and then they leave.
Yeah. Well,
because they like to leave. Patach.
All right, Danny just subscribed to Janet. Yeah, you bet, Janet. This is what we do over here. Shared, subscribed, and back. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Yeah. Jennifer's already subscribed. Let us know in the comments if you're already subscribed or if you just subscribed to Janet. I would appreciate it. It'd be nice to get her within 20 of 500 at least. But let's do this. Let's get her up and over. So we got 18 in the chat now. If you just joined us, we're trying to get Homestead Where You Are up to 500 or at least to 480. Got 475 right now. And 476 now. So thank you. Tiny Tim says he's already subscribed.
Yeah, let's get her up to 480 at least.
At least up to 480, right?
473, 476. Come on, do I hear 477? 477. Yeah. Come on.
And Janet was talking about getting some new equipment to have some better video quality stuff. She got a new webcam so she could have better live streams. She had a live stream yesterday afternoon, and that was fun to see. Rebecca just subscribed to Janet, so that's
Rebecca,
great.
you're all right, Rebecca.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, let us know.
Subscribed.
Let us know if you're already subscribed to Janet at Homestead Where You Are. If you're not, let us know that you just subscribed, and we'll see if we can get her close to 500, if not over 500. I'm only going to be on here for another 16 minutes, I think, when it's 8 o'clock over here Pacific time. But that would be real fun to get Janet real close. Audacity Donning just subscribed to Janet. All right, good job. Right. We're getting there. That's great. I'm glad to hear it, everyone. And if you can go back, leave yourself a reminder to go and watch a video and leave a comment so that your subscription sticks.
Audacity Donning, that's Uncle G and D.
Yeah. Well, you're pronouncing it wrong, Jesse.
All right. It's not Uncle G and D?
No, that's correct. No, you said the channel name wrong.
No, you say Audacity. It's Audacity, right?
Audacity, yeah. Audacity.
Okay, Audacity?
Yeah, there you
Okay, if you say it's Audacity, I'm going with your channel. You can call it whatever you want.
I was half asleep that first time I saw. Wendy is already subscribed. All right, Wendy. Yeah. By the way, I've got some mail from you, Jesse, and I got some mail from Wendy at Willoway Ranch that I'll be sharing a video of that mail here real soon.
I figured you were going to wait till Christmas.
I might. Would you rather I do that?
No, you do it whenever you want.
I could, but yeah, Danielle's been on me because Wendy sent us a big package of some types of seeds, and Danielle can't stand it. I haven't opened these seeds yet. I said, no, I gotta open it up on the actual video,
Well, you don't have to, but it helps. And
I don't want to. I don't know. I've done it before where I've opened it ahead of time, and I don't have a good poker face pretending that I'm surprised of what's inside. So yeah. I want to see what's in there on the video. Yeah, this community is.
You
awesome.
can do like what Mr. Boots did the other day when he opened up our box. He turned away and he was trying for 5 minutes to try to open it.
Well, it's better than what Glenn did. Glenn done stabbed himself when he opened your knives.
Really?
What did you say to him? You might want to open it over a table or something.
On top of, why don't you try opening it on top of the counter? I think it opened. He tried to catch it. You don't try to catch a knife if it's falling.
Yeah, just don't open knives over your lap or something.
Exactly.
That's not good.
And if it does fall, like I said, don't try to catch it.
The bottle bag was amazing secure, Jennifer said.
Yes, those bottle bags are amazing, and they're designed so that when you seal them, if that bottle breaks, it's supposed to hold the contents of the bottle inside the bag. That's why they secure so well at the bottom.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Jennifer was our first winner on my practice live. I wasn't going to even give anything away, but we said, "Well, what the heck? Let's give one away." And Jennifer was the winner on that one.
Nice.
I hope she makes lots of cookies and sends me some.
I think that was like one of the only giveaway I saw before I had to go that day, or that night, whatever it was.
Yeah.
She says they're called letter openers, by the way.
Yeah, during the live, I was using the word letter openers because I didn't want anybody to come back. Well, you shouldn't be using knives and knives. I don't want to hear all that. So I said, forget it. I know it's a knife, but
Yep. All right, so let's see. We got Janet up to, I see 477 right now. Do we have 3 more people that could subscribe to Janet's channel?
480. Cool. Come on, 480.
Yeah, we need 480.
Call your mother, call your father, call your brother, call your sister, call everybody. Let's get her up to 480.
Yeah. Call your husband too, because we're having everybody subscribe up in here.
Call your husband, call your ex-husband, call your ex-husband, call them all.
Call your ex-husband's new wife. Come on.
Call the new, yep. Call your boss and tell him you're sick first, then tell him to subscribe to Homestead. Where are you?
Homestead, where you are, Jesse. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I look in her videos, I can't find her. So that's where are you?
Well, Jesse's put the link to Homestead where you are many times in the chat. So, hey, Scout, come on. Come on, you're killing me here, Scout. He keeps opening the door in here, and we got other stuff going on.
Poor Scout, he just wants some loving from Papa. That's all.
Well, the funny thing is that Scout, if you don't close the door all the way where it latches, he'll always come in here and just say, "Hey, what are you doing now? Oh, you're still sitting there on the computer." Well,
does he do
that's
that
not very
working?
exciting. And then he just leaves.
I'm
out
that
of
while
here.
you're working?
Oh, all the time. Like every 15 minutes, he'll come in. "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, you're still sitting there working on the computer." Well, I'll come back in 15 minutes and see if you want to go outside and go play with the chickens or something.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I wish Chris and Larry would show up because I know she would sign up.
Oh, Wendy says, "Why don't you open them now? It's live." Well, I want to do it special.
Hey, she's at 481.
Are you kidding?
She's at 481. How about that? All them ex-husbands and ex-wives showed up finally.
Call your sister, call your wife, call your husband.
483. It worked. 483 now.
483. Yes. All right, Janet. Well, we got you pretty close. Maybe more people will go and subscribe when they watch the replay. But we love doing that over here. And Jesse is sure helpful with getting everybody the links. So rallying 3 more here. All right. Jennifer's calling the neighbors.
Subscribers, where are you? Come on. Let's get Homestead where you are up to 500.
Janet. You know what? It's I can do a little bit, but all of these awesome people in the chat right now are the ones doing it for you.
Look at that. Jennifer's rallying over there.
Yeah, Jennifer. Let's get it. Well, 483 is pretty amazing. It'd be great to have what is that? 17 more.
See you later. Okay. 17 more. She needs 17 more, and then she'll be at the 500 mark.
Yep. Well, that's a good idea, Matt. If you've got a community tab, it wouldn't hurt to put Homestead where you are on your community tab. I did last night, and I know Janet got a few more subscribers from that, but it'd be great. She's real close, and she's been sitting at 460 forever. I know that happened to, let's see, who was it? Scott, Rambling with the Brooms. Didn't he sit at, I forget what it was. Was it 560? He sat somewhere for, I think it was a couple weeks. He sat in one spot. And
Yeah, I think Scott goes live today, doesn't he? 11:30. If I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. I never
Yeah,
miss
so
it. I'm there a little bit late because I'm procrastinating. It's
right.
procrastination Thursday.
So
But
Janet, if you go to Rambling with the Brums at 11:30, that's Central Time. Um, I'm sure he'll shout your channel out, or I should try to be there. And then Amanda's coming on at 11 today. Amanda at Bare Bones. So
yeah,
you might want to join her at 11 for at least 30 minutes of that time, and see if you can get some people to hop on board.
Matt's been at 440 for months. Well, hey Matt, let's get you up to 500 next week. I think it wouldn't be nice to do it right now when I'm just gonna be on here for another few minutes, but
Yeah.
next week let's get Grafted Branch up and over 500. That would be great. If you're not subscribed to Grafted Branch, go subscribe to his channel.
I'll go ahead and put Grafted Branch on my community, and also Homestead Where You Are.
Where are you?
Where are you, Homestead? Where are you? I'll put Janet on my community page today as well.
Rebecca's working on a hat for Wendy at Willow Way Ranch right now. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Rebecca, she's a knitting. I don't know what you call it. Is that knitting where you make with the loom. I don't know what it's called.
Crochet.
She's a crochet knitting fool. I mean, that girl she makes hats all day and all night long.
It's her gift. That's her ministry.
Yeah.
You know, she's ministering to people all over the country and maybe the world, I guess, with those hats that she makes. We love ours. It's too hot to wear them right now, but
yeah, but I mean, just the fact that she does it all the time. That's her craft. I mean, I think she does it even when she's sleeping. Well,
she said that the circle loom that she makes those hats on is really easy. So it'd be fun to learn that sometime, I think.
Yeah, but sometimes those repetitive tasks they make me go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's good to have a task like that in case on those nights where you can't sleep, go, oh, hey, I know what I'm going to do. And then fall right asleep.
Right. It's like puzzles. My wife loves puzzles, but I get over there and I start looking and every curve looks the same. I start going, oh no, forget this. I can do the edges and that's it.
Yeah. I'm pretty similar to that, Jesse.
It's like, really?
Well, my parents and my boys and Danielle, they all love puzzles and they'll sit there and do puzzles forever. And I'm not bad at it. If I can get going, I can do it. I can't do it for long. And they just sit there and stare at it forever. And I just, man, I guess I'm going to go make a video about something.
I think the only thing worse than puzzles is maybe looking at maps all day. Okay, I got you.
Later, Jesse. Don't say that over here.
I just played.
I know. That's why I put you back up here. It's funny. I saw somebody the other day who somebody was laughing with them and I don't know, making fun of them about something. They're just ribbing them, and it was all in good fun. But he took it the wrong way. He said, I think he was a guest on somebody's live. He says, I'm going to be treated like that. I'm out. He just left. I said, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, so I didn't want to do that for too long, get you mad. Like, oh, man, what's Nick doing? I was just joking around. No.
Well, Rebecca says it's called knitting, and I also crochet baby blankets. Okay, knitting. That's what it is. So it's a knitted hat and scarf.
Well, I wonder I got to figure out what the difference is. I don't even know.
I know. It's something to do with yarn. That's all I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can figure that out by her channel name. Good job, Jesse. You're a good detective.
She touches yarn somehow, some way, and it comes into a hat. So she's got the touch. Hence her name.
Yeah, I know that you used to be in HR, but I think you should have been a rocket scientist, Jesse.
I should have, huh?
You figured that one out. You touch his yarn and make something out.
I should have been.
Good job, brother.
Yeah, but HR is not the same as you know what you think. Our HR was stood for hell raising or Hispanic relations.
That's
So
all you did there, huh?
that's it. uh,
Takes her 2 hours to make one adult hat. That's not bad at all. Man, 2 hours. That's Rebecca's quick. It'd take me 2 weeks for sure.
yeah, Jennifer, I've seen those kind of lives myself. I'm not. I don't say I'm not. It's just I just don't get a warm fuzzy around avatars. If I'm going to be on a live, I want you to see who I am. If you want to see an avatar, then that's, I don't know. It just seems kind of it's not very personal, you know.
Yeah, except for that time when I had you and Steven on there and I left you guys. I was still listening and talking, but I was just my avatar for I don't even know how long that was, but
Yeah, but that was
going.
when we were trying to do a kind of to get your watch hours. So we understood that,
Yeah.
you know. And that was and you had made mention, hey, I'm not going to be here. I'm gonna be around, but I won't be on the live. So we already knew that. We were just joining in to talk to each other and
yeah, but to have
watch hours.
Have 9 people and you're only seeing one guy on there. I know there have been some crazy lives, and yeah, some of them are really cringeworthy stuff where I have to leave because it's way too doesn't have a good feeling to it.
Yeah.
All right, so Heather's helping me out here. Crochet uses a hook. Knitting uses knitting needles. Well, that makes sense. So different tools mean, and I guess it's a different, what do you call it? Different weave, right? Has to be.
Yeah. Weave or not, or whatever they do.
Yeah. I wonder if people who crochet or knit could make like fishing nets really well. I bet they could. I think it's different. I think it's more of a knot, right, than kind of a weave.
Right.
But
fishing nets are knots.
I saw some survival channel where they're teaching how to make a fishing. Well, they're teaching you how to make natural cordage, so natural ropes, and then make it into a net where you could catch fish.
Right.
And I thought, man, that's quite a skill to know, but how often you got to practice that to remember it? I wouldn't be able to do it, I don't think, unless I did it all the time. All right, Danny's looking forward to Amanda's live, and yeah, I hope I can make it. My work's been busy lately, so I might be able to make it. Are you moderating for how many channels are you moderating for right now, Jesse? At this moment, right now?
At the moment,
yeah,
it's just yours right now, and then Scott's today, and then Amanda's. If she goes live today, she might get my help as well.
I know you're in Houston, but do you have that whole setup like they do at NASA where they've got all the screens everywhere?
Yeah,
I got 5 screens, right?
So I have the big large screens, the big 20-something, 28, 20-inch wide ones. So I have the big screen, so I can put two pages on each channel. So I can have as many as six channels up at the same time.
So you got 2 28-inch screens?
And my laptop. Well, I have actually 3, but I only use 2.
And your phone.
And my phone. So, but I can put 2 channels on each screen. So that's 4, 5 at one time, 6 if you count my phone. But that I've only done, the most I've ever done is 3 channels at the same, they were on live, all going at the same time. That's the most I've ever done. And that's very, very tricky. Trying to listen to, and I have them all going, one in my ear, one on the laptop, one. It's like, it's confusing sometimes, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, Danny is reminding me that I need to set it up so it goes over to Amanda's live stream right after mine.
Well, no, hers is 11. I think it's 11 CST, not 10.
What's the time? Oh, it's 10 over there.
10 o'clock right now, but hers is 11 Central Time.
I tell you what, I can't wait till all of you don't switch times anymore. I can figure out where everybody is because
well, you're
in Arizona. It's not easy.
Yeah, you're right now. Aren't you following Pacific time now?
Well, no. So whenever I set up these live, when I schedule them, it says Mountain Standard Time. And we just stay on Mountain Standard Time, but Mountain Standard Time is equivalent to Pacific Daylight Time at this time of year.
Yeah. Right now, y'all are the same.
So I bet trying to do the math for all of everybody else's time zones, I don't know, for whatever reason, I can't remember. So Amanda will be on in an hour after I get off of here. All right.
Correct.
All
so
right.
So you have an hour to go do whatever you want to do with the dogs, the chickens, the cats, the horses, the mules, whatever. As long as you make it back by 11.
All I gotta do is go look for those quail eggs because we got 2 so far. We're bound to get more. We got nine hens, so we'll see. But here we go. Crochet has a lot of different stitches. Knitting only has 2 knits and purl. I don't know what that means. I know. Well, okay. I know what stitches are. I need to learn some more. All right, it's an hour from now. Like I said, Nick, Danny's setting me straight. All right, Danny, I got it. I'm not rushing you, LOL. All right, got it.
And don't you forget.
I know.
Daniel set you straight. She's a Southern girl. She don't take no flack from nobody.
Yeah. It seems like all Danielles are the same, I think, because my Danielle, she does that all day, every day. Sets me straight.
Well, you're a magnet for Danny's, aren't you?
Well, for the Wrath, maybe.
Oh, okay.
For the Danny Wrath.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to head out, Jesse. I'm going to get started on my work, see what I can get done in an hour, see if I can be –
You're on overtime. Well, thank you for letting me up. It was good. Hope to see you at my 1,000 giveaway. We're going to have a mega giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to be there real soon. We got Janet up to 484 this morning, so she only got 16 more to go.
Yep. But still, I got several lives today, Janet. Get on in there and stretch your stuff.
Yep, get on that Bare Bones Living one at in 1 hour, and then Scott's will be on in 2 hours at Rambling with the Brooms, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so get in both of those if you're still here, Janet, and
wherever you are.
Homestead, where are you?
Okay.
Yeah, Homestead, where you are. There she is. She's here. All right, Janet. Well, yeah, go get on those, and we'll all try to promote you some more over there.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us today. Jesse, thank you as always. Appreciate you, brother. And
take care.
See you guys on the next one. Bye for now.
Adios. Bye.